Narcissistic people will use many different types of behaviour in order to control the situation in their favour. And they often do things covertly so that you can't necessarily recognise what they're doing, or it can be justified or explained by something else. Therefore, when it comes to dealing with narcissistic individuals, is recognising that repeat pattern of behaviour. Narcissistic people will use lots of different verbal attacks to emotionally abuse you, where they will use words to manipulate you, to coercively control you, or to intimidate you in some way. They will use hurtful language. They will attack your insecurities, your vulnerabilities. They will go all out to destroy your self-esteem, to destroy your confidence, leading to long-lasting negative effects and implications on your mental and your emotional health. And one of the first of those is that name calling. Now, we can all in jest just turn around and say to ourselves, oh, that was stupid, oh, I was such an idiot. It's usually come from somebody else at some point. And we are all more than capable of turning around and seeing someone do something rather stupid and go, that was stupid, what did you do that for? In a humorous way, not to mock them, just two good friends having a good laugh together. It's not repeatedly done, it's not consistently done. It's not done in a scornful manner. It's just, oh, daft, why on earth have you done that? I know, that was stupid. And then you learn from that mistake. We all do stupid things. With a narcissistic individual, they are going to continuously insult you using offensive remarks, and they will repeatedly call you stupid and an idiot, and you can't do that. What on earth makes you think you can do that for? See, this is why you shouldn't bother. Look at the state of that. They are going all out to devalue who you are as a person so that they can feel better about who they are as a person. You'll often notice they will repeatedly call you stupid or idiotic, yet if you dare to call them stupid over something stupid, they take offence, they force silence on you, they sulk on you, they accuse you of not caring about them because that's where they're coming from. And being continually called names repeatedly over time programs your mind into believing you're an idiot and you're stupid and all the rest. And it causes that low self-esteem, feelings of worthlessness and emotional distress. They will go all out to belittle you any way they can. They're going to go all out to make you feel this big, make you feel really small, or make you feel really unimportant. They will go all out to minimize your feelings, to claim that you're the one that's overreacting. Oh, why do you have to be so sensitive? Why do you have to be so difficult? Why do you have to be, and then something negative to get you to question and doubt yourself? And it causes those feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt within you. They're going to go all out to gaslight you. They're going to go all out to claim things you saw you didn't see, or things you did see you didn't see, things you heard you didn't hear, or things you did hear you didn't hear. They are going to manipulate you into doubting your thoughts, your feelings, your opinions, things that have happened. They are looking to get you to question your own perceptions, which over time is going to cause that confusion and that self-doubt within you. They're going to go all out to shame you any way they can. They're going to come at you with a ton of criticism, which can be mistaken for constructive feedback, especially when they turn around and say, well, I was only trying to help. This is all the thanks I get for trying to help. When they are criticizing you, there is those different types of criticism. the constructive feedback where someone's trying to be helpful and supportive, and these people usually are pleased for you when you're doing well. Then there's that negative criticism where they're looking to bring you crashing down, and they usually have that quiet smugness when you've failed at something, and they're also very sulky and go all out to ruin and sabotage when you achieve something. So they will go all out to criticize your actions, your appearance, your beliefs, your opinions, as a way of humiliating you or embarrassing you, which can cause that low self-worth, and it can also cause that social isolation because you've become ashamed of who you are as a person. Threats. Using either obvious outright threats or subtle covert threats, using language in order to intimidate you, to instill that fear and that self-doubt within you, so they can use physical threats or emotional threats where they might say something where you're just not quite sure what it means or whether they'll actually act on it. And if you try to discuss it with them, they'll claim that they were only joking and you take things far too seriously. And this will cause that anxiety and that fear and that loss of hope within you. They will yell at you. They're looking to intimidate you. Now, we are all capable of yelling. Anyone who's got small children will know that you can have the best of intentions. You can believe that you are going to speak to them nicely. You're going to ask them to do things. You're going to say please and thank you, and you're going to teach them to learn from your behaviour. You're going to set a fine example. Right until you actually have a child that doesn't listen to you because they're busy, involved in what they're doing, because they're a child. They're not interested in the timekeeping. That's your job. You know you've got to get them to school on time. You can ask them 5, 10, 15, 20 times to brush their teeth, to get their shoes on. And it's not until you raise your voice to a certain level that they suddenly hear you. Now, with a genuine parent, even when you raise your voice to that level, that might make the children move, but they're not intimidated by you. They're not in fear of you. They're not cowering away from you. With a narcissistic individual, it's to a point where the child is living in fear. And then the child will often hear the narcissistic individual say the thing and do it instantly. But the narcissist tends to use that aggressiveness. They get in your face, they talk over you, they find ways to intimidate you by yelling at you, and it causes that trauma and that fear and overwhelm. Panic if you don't do something quite right, because if you don't get it right, they're gonna come in yelling and screaming at you. Blaming. Narcissistic individuals don't take responsibility for their behaviour, they pass that over to you. So they will go all out to hold you responsible for everything that they do wrong, for their actions, for their thoughts, for their feelings. They're looking to manipulate and control. And when somebody makes you feel responsible for everything they do wrong, it's very wise to avoid that person. Otherwise, you are going to be left with a lot of self-blame, a lot of guilt, a lot of invalidation, and often doing things that are very unlike you because somebody's blamed you for their mistakes. They will also go all out to mock you, to make fun of your opinions, your beliefs, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you dress, the way you've done your hair. They're looking to coerce you to dress how they want you to dress, to do your hair how they want you to do your hair, which is often nothing to do with the person who you were that they met, that they claim to be attracted to, and more to do with them isolating you so they don't have to worry about being abandoned because they've got you right where they want you. They're going to ridicule you and belittle you, and it's going to cause that low self confidence, where you become less of the person you used to be. You become insecure, you become isolated, you no longer enjoy the hobbies that you used to enjoy. You have a lack of trust within other people, a lack of trust within yourself, a lack of self-belief within your own abilities, because the narcissist has mocked you to a point where you no longer know who you are as a person. When it comes to dealing with people who treat you like this, with narcissistic individuals, they don't come straight in and treat you like this. They often treat you very well. And then when they spend a period of time treating you like this, just when you've had enough, they bring that intermittent reinforcement and they start treating you right again to give you that false hope to hang on to absolutely nothing. We can all accidentally, we can all get to a point where we raise our voice. We can all get to a point where we might blame someone for what the other person has actually done. We can all perhaps accidentally mock somebody. However, it's a one-off. With a narcissistic individual, it's a repeat pattern of behaviour. It's who they are as a person. And when they are like this as a person, it's not the kind of person you want to be around. They're not going to bring the best out in you. They're going to bring the worst out in you. And not only are they going to bring the worst out in you, they're going to blame you for being at your worst. Yet when the worst comes out in them, they're going to blame you. You cannot win with them. The only way to win with these kinds of people is to walk away and start reflecting on who you are as a person. Start doing the hobbies and the activities that you enjoy. Start taking care of yourself. Start eating right. Start exercising right. Finding the ways that work to help you to start sleeping right. Start doing the things that you enjoy so that you can start to trust within your own abilities again. Start listening to your instincts so that you can start to trust in your gut again. Because whenever we do anything new in life, we're not usually very good at it. Even if we have a natural ability, some people pick up on things a lot quicker than others. Just like some young children can walk 8, 9, 10 months, and other children, it takes them 18 months, 24 months to grasp the concept of walking. We're all individuals. We have our natural abilities and we have things that we have to work a lot harder at. And even with our natural abilities, we have to work. And we have to keep going to prove to ourselves, not to other people, who we are as a person. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers, and your continued support with the channel is greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot get no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a couple of books out on Amazon, 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People If You Cannot Go No Contact, and a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and those links will be in the description also if you'd like to go and check them out. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.